Okay, this is a raw recording of number of enclaves. So this problem gives an end-to-end binary matrix where 0 is the sea and 1 is the land. So basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to find the land which is not linked or adjacent to any of the boundary. So that is the land inside it. So how do we find the land inside it using BFS? So that is how we're going to do. So our approach is going to be finding the boundary elements or the nodes, right? And we're going to do BFS on the boundary elements and find all the linked elements, and we're going to turn them into visited to yes, and then later traverse the visited and the grid, finding the left root elements. So that is going to be a number of enclaves. Alright, so this is the code. So is valid function is like a usual function we use in this kind of problems. Like we want to check if the given input is given coordinates is valid. So if that is out of the way, we're gonna start with the number of enclaves. So first we find the size of the matrix, the number of rows and the number of columns. And since we are doing BFS of the coordinates of the matrix, we're going to store in a queue. We're going to store in a pair inside a queue of int and int. So then we're going to initialize a visitor array. So first of all, we have to traverse the array to find the boundary elements. So for that we use this loop where it is like if the row is equal to 0 or n-1, or the column is equal to 0 or m-1, we turn the visited array to 1. We turn that node in visited array to 1, and then we push it to the queue. And then so we push the boundary elements to the queue, right? So that is done. We found the boundary elements. Now we are going to do a BFS, right? Before that, we're going to initialize a delta row and delta column to traverse the 4 directions of the node. So for BFS, while the queue is not empty, we are going to pop out elements and we're going to set them like to this temporary new node, new row, and new column. Then we're going to do a 4-directional search in 4 directions if the grid is equal to 1 and if it's not visited, right? Then we push the elements to the queue, and then we turn the element to true, right? So that is gonna be a BFS. So this will repeat on until every node that is adjacent to 1. And the final part of our code is to count the number of lands which is left out. So you're going to traverse the matrix, and if the grid is equals to 1, and in the visited array matrix it's not turned to 1, that means that it is an enclave. So we increase the count and we return the count. That's it.